Hey guys, what's going on? VLTK here, bringing another video for you guys today. See from the top, we're talking about World of Warcraft Classic. It drops in like 2 weeks or so, and we are in the middle of the final stress test for World of Warcraft Classic. So I thought now would be a good time to drop a video on just the discussion of race selection for mages. So that's what we're going to talk about in this video. And everything in this video, of course, is my opinion. So some of you may not agree with it, but it is what it is. It's what I think. This is going to be more of a min-max kind of thing where, you know, it's for min-maxing your character. But of course, you can always pick what you want to play. So let's get to it. We're going to start off with the humans on the Alliance side first. Take a look at their racials. They've got stealth detection increased, which is perception. Just makes it easier to see a stealth target around you. Say you're out in the world somewhere questing and some rogue tries to gank you. You feel them on you, or you get, something, you feel them around. You don't feel right. You hit perception and you can see them. Very situational, very iffy kind of racial, but if you know how to use it, it could probably be beneficial. But altogether, it's really not that great in a PvP situation. Next up, you've got increased spirit. I think it's 5% increased spirit as a human. Either 5 or 10. But anyway, it's spirit is kind of important, especially in like the leveling process. You know, with spirit, you regain your mana and your health a lot faster the more spirit you have. So if you have a base increase on that as a human, you increase just a little bit faster. So it definitely has its use in the leveling process, but I don't think it really matters too much in like the later raids and things like that. Next up, we've got bonus to rep gains. You get 10% more reputation for every quest you do, or for every kill or whatever you get. So uh, PvP wise, it doesn't really benefit you at all. I mean, I guess it does with the PvP reps, but it makes grinding out the rep a little easier. You'll get it done 10% faster. Helps, with PvE. Same thing with raids, where you got to grind out rep 10% faster. Not really gameplay affecting, right? Uh, so we're gonna move to the last one, which is skill with swords and maces. Doesn't affect you as a mage at all. You don't use swords, you don't use maces, and if you do, you're probably playing mage wrong. So uh, that's it for human. They definitely have some beneficial stuff. But they've also got some stuff that's not too great. So go ahead and look at gnome, the other the other mage race we can play as on Alliance side. We have escape artist, which lets you get out of speed altering effects and roots. It's pretty much like a get out of jail free card. You know, blink breaks roots, but if you ever got blink on cooldown and you get caught, this is the way to get out of it. You have increased intelligence. The more intelligence you have, the more mana you have, the more damage you can do. Bigger mana pool, you drain it, takes you longer to drain it, so therefore you do more damage. Very important in PvP and PvE. Um, Resistant to arcane damage, not really a big deal. Might help you in PvP a little bit against like arcane spells from mages or druids or the hunter's arcane shot, but that's about it. Engineering skill increased, you just get more skill. You have to raise your engineering skill up higher. I don't think it has any kind of beneficial effect, but engineering does have a lot of cool things for PvP and PvE. Little bombs and trinkets and things like that. That's pretty cool too. Um, like I said, escape artist is really strong. So that's what you got for the alliance side. You got human or gnome. So you've got one or the other. Now, which one do I think is better? Human or gnome? I've got to go with the gnome for PvE because of the increased intelligence. I mean, that more mana, it's more mana, more damage. It's just, kind of a no-brainer. The more mana you have, the more damage you can do. Kind of important in raid scenarios. So that's my pick for PvE is gnome. Now, what do I pick for PvP? I pick gnome again. Why? Because escape artist is just too strong of a racial. It's really really strong. Um, well, you could fight and argue that perception helps you with rogues, but I mean, if a rogue's gonna get the jump on you, he's gonna get the jump on you. More than likely, you're not gonna get perception off anyway. So escape artist is just better. Helps you. It's a get out of jail free card pretty much. And then of course the increased intel, and then the slight resistance to arcane damage could maybe help you, but not too much probably. So for PvE and PvP, if you're gonna play a mage in classic WoW, I would pick the gnome. The gnome is just hands down better. But if you don't like being 2 foot tall and it's not your thing, you can play human. It's okay. It's all about min max. It doesn't have to be, you know, it can be whatever you want it to be. So, does it for the alliance side of things. Take a look at the horde. Alright, so the horde you have undead, and their racials are Will of the Forsaken, which is immune to fear, sleeps, and charms, which is really, really strong against priests and warlocks. Very, very useful, especially in PvP, of course. Where that matters is PvP. Second one up is Cannibalism. You get to eat the corpse and it heals you. Kind of could help you while you're questing or something, in case you can't sit down and eat and drink. But it's mostly just to be, just to show dominance in PvP. Just to show who's the boss. You kill somebody on the other faction, you kill a little gnome or you kill a night elf. Of course you're gonna eat the body, man. You gotta show them who's boss. Um, it is what it is. Underwater breathing is next. Now, some of you may look at that and be like, well, that's kind of dumb. But underwater breathing does have its perks while you're questing and you got to do stuff underwater. You can stay under significantly longer than most people, most other races. You can get the quest done faster without having to go up and down to get more air. So, has its perks. Also, if you're running away, which I don't know why you would run away as a mage. You don't run away as a mage, you fight. But if you ever have to and you got to hit the water, you can stay underwater a lot longer than most people can. So just drown them. Simple as that. The resistance to shadow damage is also really strong for PvP, especially against, there again, shadow priests and warlocks. So it's really strong, really useful. And that is undead. Now let's look at the trolls. Does a troll mage, what do you get? Well, your racials are berserking, which increases your attack or your casting speed by a certain amount. I think it's affected by your health. The less health you have, the higher it is. I could be wrong on that though. But it's like a mini haste buff kind of thing. Pretty useful, The more damage you can get out faster, things will die. So really useful, especially in raid scenarios, and even in PvP when you got to burst down a healer or something. Um, Regeneration is next. You just have increased regen. It's very slight, kind of not noticeable. Not really that big of a deal. It's pretty laughable actually, but it is there, so it accounts for something. Next up, you have damage versus increased damage versus beasts. This can definitely help while you're leveling. You know, when you're killing those thousands of boars, you got to kill. This will definitely help you kill them a lot faster. I don't know about a lot faster, but a little bit faster. So that's that. And then lastly, might as well just put an X through this one. Throwing and bows increased. We don't use those as mages, so it doesn't really help us any. So that is the horde side for mages. You've got undead and troll. So what do I think is best for PvE and what do I think is best for PvP? Well, PvE, troll mage is better for PvE for raiding because of the berserking and the damage to beasts. There is some bosses that are like, you know, wolves or big dogs or something like that. Some kind of beast in there somewhere. So increased damage plus the faster casting makes you do more damage against those bosses. So therefore, PvE wise, you're going to go with the troll if you want to maximize your output. Now for all the PvPers out there, and for those people who generally just want to look cooler, you gotta go undead. Undead is just way better for PvP situations. Like I said, you're immune to fear, sleep, and charm, which makes you a literal counter to like locks and priests. And then top of that with the resistance to shadow damage. Yeah, you're literally like a walking counter to shadow damage and shadow priests and warlocks. So they're definitely better at PvPing, but like I said, you get to pick what you want to play. You want to play one or the other. Doesn't really matter. This is all about min maxing. But there it is, guys. So I've made my choices. I've said my piece. You may not agree with it one way or the other, but some of you may be asking, well, what am I going to roll come World of Warcraft Classic? Well, I'm going to show you. And for those of you that don't really care, too bad, I'm showing you anyway. Um, so I'll be rolling a gnome come World of Warcraft Classic. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys are as psyched as I am about Classic coming, because about 2 weeks away, guys. So for those of you who are looking for information on the Mage class and what you don't know which race to pick, hopefully this video helps you out. Gonna do it for this one, guys. If you liked it, hit that thumbs up. It means a lot. You got any comments, questions, concerns, any kind of feedback for me, throw it in the comment section down below. If you really dig the content of the channel, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Slap that bell so you get notifications on when I go live with my videos. And check out the Twitter, man. I got Twitter now. Twitter should be down in the description on these videos. Check it out, throw a follow my way, and I'll keep you guys updated with my videos and any kind of other WoW related, information. So it's enough rambling, I think, for one video. I'll catch you all later. It's love. Peace.